Like, share, subscribe, hit the super chat on the way in. Man, Media Man, good job, brother. Good job. My fellow ball head brother, ball squad over here, right? And Media Man came in with the numbers, right? Media Man came in with the numbers. As a matter of fact, y'all give me 1 second, Mr. Z. Gotta do something real quick. I might have did this too early. Y'all give me 1 second, everybody. Give me 1 second. Y'all talk amongst yourselves. Nope, we're back. Yeah, no, everything's good. Everything's good. All right. So, shout out to Media Man, and yeah, let's get to it. So, Media Man goes in and brings in the numbers as he does. He used BLS data. We do some kind of rough math, right? 331, pretty much 332 million Americans. You know, we do the 1%. We find out how much Ebony K. Williams is estimated to be worth, some $3 million. She wants to date up in a, same level or above type talk. And so we just do the math for her, right? And we pretty much come up to 0.2%, right? 0.2%, right? So roughly 400, and I'm doing rough math. I think it was 423,000 men, give or take. So let's give her a couple thousand, right? So let's say 425,000 men out of 331 million people in America. 332 million, let's give it that extra 100,000. 332 million Americans. Ebony K. Williams has about 425,000 men to choose from. Now, why does this matter in the overall conversation? Mr. Z, why does this matter? First of all, the class of black women Ebony K. Williams represents. Secondly, the way the women like Ebony K. Williams, the way they speak when their delusions aren't met. And the way they speak around y'all good faith white folks, right? You're good white folks, right? The way they frame the conversation, right? Because out of 332 million Americans, they're looking for, they have chances with just about 425,000. Why this matters? It's because of all the defense that people were trying to construct around Ebony K. Williams and other black women like her. Once again, remember, this is not really about Ebony K. Williams. Nobody cares about this lady. It's about the class of black women, the petite bourgeoisie, right? The professional managerial class, the colonizing agents is what I call them, right? Of black women. And how much we're trying to rejigger this black community to fit into their sensibilities. And this is their sensibilities. 0.2%. Now, let me explain the title. I know people read it and it seems kind of awkward and grammatical error, right? 0.2% of chances. No. That's a play on words. It's a play on 12 years of slave, right? I know it's, for it to be grammatically correct, it should be 0.2, percent chances, not 0.2% of chances. No, 0.2% of chances is me remixing, 12 years of slave. Because that's how these women speak. They speak as if they can't be with the 0.2%, then they might as well be with bums, right? There is no in between for the Ebony K. Williams of the world. And once again, this is really not about her. We're using her as an avatar to speak about her brand of black woman. This is the Kim Fosters, this is the Chrissies, and shout out to Media Man for using Chrissy and her clips 2-3 times, right? Because she's one of these weirdo black women in luxury. We shouldn't date down. Well, what choices do you really have? Okay, you know what? And that's why you've noticed over the past few videos, I say, you know what? All right, fine. We're not going to only focus on black men because, secretly be in the back of many of these black women's minds, when people start talking to them about black men, they're like, yeah, I'm not going to limit myself to black men. So fine, let's speak about men. These are your chances, ladies. And we already know, Ebony K. Williams date out. We already know women like Chrissy date out. We already know women like Kim Foster have dated out, even if it was, in her younger years when she was in high school. The reason why this matters is because these women get to rub elbows with influential white folks. Do not forget, Ebony K. Williams was on Fox News, right? That's why this is important. And yes, BGS, their growing area is all that really matters to them. The lifestyle and the growing area, right? Train tracks, right? And their politics and the way they see themselves is all wrapped up in this, right? So these people can make themselves insufferable. They can be mean, right? They can be spiteful. They can be condescending. They can be callous. And they can destroy their chances in the dating pool, in the dating market, and then turn around and blame men, specifically black men, right? They blame specifically black men because they've made themselves insufferable and intolerable, right? When really, these are their numbers. So yes, most black women that think like Ebony K. Williams aren't worth $3 million. Fine. 0.2% chances for Ebony K. Williams. For many other black women, it don't fare any better. What, 1% chance? 1.5% chance for the class of black women that Ebony K. Williams represents, right? 2% chance, 0.8% chance, 1.2% chance. Mr. Z, why does that matter? We don't care about these women's love life and sex life and marriage life. You're right. Here's the problem. Because their love life sucks, they go around the world talking crap about you. Because they're delusional, right? Because they're delusional and they're looking for 0.2% of men in America, they're talking crap about you. You ain't ish because she's delusional. That's why it matters. Right? For all of you that are wondering, why does this matter? Why does Ebony K. Williams matter? Why does, all of these people matter? The Crystalline Karazins, the Chrissies, the Paris, the name them. Even the ones that are married, but they still talking crap about you. The reason why it matters is because their love life or their sex life or their marriage potential is trash, mainly because they've made it trash, mainly because they're delusional. They talk crap about you, black man. They go around the world, defecating on you in your likeness, in your image. Because they're the ones that are delusional. So when Chrissy essentially says, you ain't ish until you build Wakanda, that's her delusion talking. And excuse my language, when she says, y'all are a bunch of bitches because y'all are trying to compete against the women, that's her delusion talking. It's open competition. You live in a capitalist society. You know, the capitalism you said wouldn't go away. Yeah, Mr. Z listens to you, Chrissy. You said capitalism would. Oh, wait. You think it's just men compete against other men. Where they do that at? When those CEO positions open up, it's open competition. Anyone could get it. When those CFO positions open up, whoever's the closest to it is the one who get it. Anyone could get it. Y'all sound like a bunch of bitches competing against the women. Delusion talk. And I'm gonna check out that video. Y'all might get another video tomorrow morning, because now Chrissy talking crap about talking black and sleeping white, right? It's okay if they do it, but it's not okay if you do it. Yawn. Y'all keep talking. And as Medium Man said, y'all need to stop talking because y'all screwing over y'all own chances. I've said it before. Medium Man ain't saying that I haven't said before. You're destroying your own chances to backtrack. Y'all talk all that big tough talk about what you're not gonna settle for now. Your mamas was doing the same thing. Let's stop lying. Come on now. You knew your mama settled for your stepdad. Shit, you knew your mama settled for your dad. Ooh, yikes, Mr. Z. Ugh. Ugh. Right? But what choice did she have? See, that's the other part. See, all that I'll die alone, I don't care talk, it sound nice because you 20 and 30 something. You 20 and 30 something. It sound nice. But let's look at the women that actually try to play that out. Eartha Kitt, Diane Carroll, Vivica A. Fox, that's how y'all want to be? Right? .2. Let me get this right. Ebony K. Williams is talking crap because she's trying to make it work with 0.2% of men in America. As a black woman. Because if we do the math, then we add race into that 0.1%. Actually, 0.04%. You want to throw race in there and the white guys that won't touch you just because you're a black woman off top. The Latino guys that's up there that won't touch you just because you're a black woman off top. The Asian guys that's up there, both South Asians and East Asians that won't touch you because you're a black woman off top. So if we factor in race and you being a black woman, we don't even have to factor your character, your attitude yet. They don't even have to see how Ebony K. Williams curses like a sailor. None of that. None of that matters. Just the fact that you're a black woman. Right? Are y'all doing the math? Shout out to Medium Man. You ain't doing the math. 425,000 men. You went from what? I think, what was it? 160 something million men to essentially 425,000 men. And black men over here being condescended to by this delusional ass woman. Law degree. What did that law degree do for you except make you even more delusional? Put your head further up your ass than it was before. As I said, what was the point of the equality then? What was the point? A bunch of educated women, intelligent, fine, cool. Some of them very attractive, okay, fine, cool. They put the bar to the moon and then insult the men. And because they put the bar to the moon, they don't have children, they don't get married. There go your tax base. Shout out to you, US government. Delusional women. Across the class spectrum. We're only, once again, we're using Ebony K. Williams as an avatar. This is not about her. Mr. Z, done with that. This is not about her. This is about her class of women and even the other women that are living vicariously through her and her class of women, of black women. The petite bourgeoisie, the professional managerial class, the colonizing agent class, you name it. Right? You name it. But these people are the worst. And they talk with such authority because they're mad the math doesn't work for them. Even when we take race off, even when we say, you know what, we're not even going to limit you to black men. Let's look at all men around the country. The math still don't work for them. 0.2%. This lady talking crap about blue collar black men and who they won't date, right? Because they can't make it work with a fraction of a fraction. And when we call them delusional, everybody, look, no, she's not delusional. Y'all need to step up to what? Right? No, this is good. This is good. Right? It's good that why do black women always have to settle 0.2%? That's why. I'm not Mr. Z's not even tell you to settle. These are your numbers though. Y'all always trying to get black women to settle. These are your numbers. Right? Black women are the only one that are told to settle. These are your numbers. Right? These are your numbers. So good work to Medium Man, just breaking it down. Because all you know, when your life is nothing but dividing and subtracting, and I'm not talking about Medium Man, I'm saying you look at a number, and because you want a particular lifestyle, and there's nothing wrong. Like, Mr. Z is not here to badger Ebony K. Williams. She's an accomplished woman, right? Accomplished much of what? I don't know. But, you know, for sake of conversation, she's earned her way to $3 million. Okay, cool. And she will not settle. Nothing wrong with that. No one's asking her to. But these are the numbers, right? These are the numbers. And this is the reason why she sounds the way she does. Because she's trying to make it work with 0.2% of women. I mean, excuse me, of men. And black men gotta be condescended down to because of that. Right? And we'll pause right here. You know, and thank you, Detroit, for the super chat. And Detroit says, once the great Rasputia says, you're gonna clean the bathroom, you're gonna clean the attic. If we don't have one and you build the damn attic and clean it. Norbit. Right? And yeah, let her talk. Let all of them talk. Let Chrissy talk. Chrissy had the nerve to talk about Gabby Sidibe settling for the white dude and it's insanity. Chrissy, I'll tell you the same thing I told Yanni. What you think come with equality? Y'all are delusional. When Mr. Z says delusional, I don't just say that. I'm not just putting that word there because it sounds nice and it fits good in the sentence. No, truly delusional. We want to work. We want to do our own thing. We want to make our own money. Somehow, magically, though, men are always supposed to be outpacing us financially. But isn't that against the whole feminist thing y'all were fighting for? Okay, the Chrissies of the world aren't stomped down feminists. Yes, they are, but okay, for argument's sake. But do you understand then that means that your boss can't pay you what he pays you because he got to pay the men more just by virtue that they're men? How does this math work? How is the math supposed to work? And this needs to go out to the Richard Reeves of the world too, and the Scott Galloways of the world too. Explain this. I see Richard Reeves always trying to cop pleas for the women. No, they're just using this as a symbol that, you know, you're stable and you got your ish together. No, Mr. Richard Reeves. No, they're delusional. They're not signing up for what y'all put there, which is, I know, we'll elevate the women and the women will get with men that, you know, earn less. No, they won't. Or if they do, that's the group of people you're going to have the highest divorce rate from. Right? That's the group of people that where the women, before marriage, they'll be breaking up with the men left and right before they even get married to a man. If they ever get married to a man. Right? The reason why these numbers matter is because these women are living out these numbers. Even the ones that are not worth 3 million, like Ebony K, the ones that are worth 1.2 million, they're worth $800,000. They're worth $500,000 because of their career field, right? $750,000. So yes, they might not be working with only 0.2%. Like I said before, 0.5%, 0.8%, 1.2, 1.5, 2%. They all still sound like this though. And because their dating life isn't all of that, particularly for black women, then they enter the world talking crap about black men. Now they'll couch it like Ebony K. Williams. Oh, I want to see the uplift of black people and automation, and we need to start more businesses, and I just want us not to be mediocre. And no, she said it the way she meant it the first time. Mediocre as an insult, right? Because these people dating life is trash because of their own decisions, they then come out here and insult you as black men for the world to see because they're throwing a grown person temper tantrum. All Ebony K. Williams was doing was throwing a tantrum because she's 40 and she might have missed the last train. The white guy might have been the last train and she's throwing a fit about it because hypergamy is kicking her in the butt. Like I said on the breakdown, you might have achieved your way right out of hypergamy, ma'am. Dear Chrissy, that's how the math work. Y'all sound insane. Wait, I want to be a multi-millionaire on a planet with only 56 million millionaires in a country where only 8% of the people are millionaires, and almost all of that is because of their homes and property. But I want to have liquid a couple $1,000,000, be worth a couple $1,000,000, and then still find men above my level. What? Right? You know what? Forget black men. Y'all already have. No, you haven't outpaced just black men. You outpaced men. Financially, at least. Now deal with the emotional and mental and psychological anguish because you're the one that's delusional. Right? It's black men's fault because Ebony K. Williams and Chrissy and Yanni are delusional. All these people making six figures because of YouTube now. Yanni making six figures because of YouTube, and she telling you what she won't settle for. And yeah, that sound nice. If you were only making 100, you would be top 10% of income earners in America. But I'm guessing you earn even more than that. Let's say 150. Let's say 200. What's that? Zero? Well, excuse me. What's that? 8%? 7%? And then these people, because they're doing well financially, and no one's taking that away from you. You found your niche. You found your people. You found your supporters. They like what you're talking about. Forget what black men. Well, y'all like to do it anyway. Forget black men's judgment. Fine, you found your people, and they're willing to pay. But now you're looking for men on your same financial level. How is this supposed to work? Do you want equality or not? Do you want egalitarianism or not? Talk about advocating for something and then they kicking you in the butt and then you be like, ah, damn. Right? And Oliver the Great, thank you for the super sticker. Oliver the Great, thank you for the super sticker again. Right? And thank you for the super chat. And he says, in the words of the simple genius at the Roger Report, I got nothing for you. For real. I got nothing for you. What? How is this black men's fault? See, Chrissy trying to change the subject. Oh, talk black and sleep white. It's okay if they do it, but it's not okay if you do it. Nah, Chrissy, address what the video I tagged you in. You coward. Yanni, address the video I tagged you in. How is the math supposed to work? You want egalitarianism. You got it. These cowards talking about everything but the numbers. No, I'm sorry. They want to talk about DV numbers. They want to talk about femicide. Right? Colorism and featureism and desirability. Yeah, all that sound nice. What about this though? Now that we got Kim Foster, what about this now? You want to keep on talking that class talk? I never see the black community deal with class. Get your bum ass wannabe middle class, middle income, upper middle income. Let's pay her some respect. Get your wannabe upper middle income, rich, wealthy, wannabe white woman ass the hell up out of here. Y'all dealing with 0.2%. And then beating up on black men because of because you can't get in with the 0.2%, the 0.5%, the 0.8%, the 1%, the 1.5%, the 2%, however you want to put it. And that's black men's fault. All these people talking about settling, and these are the numbers. Thank you, Medium Man. These are the numbers. And it wouldn't even I promise you black men wouldn't care what y'all talking about if y'all weren't so loud about it. Y'all know it too. Black men wouldn't care nothing about what y'all talking about if y'all weren't so loud about it and saying it on college campuses. And making little pot shots in movies and in music and in television shows and on talk shows and on reality shows. Why are black men always told? Excuse me. Why are black women always told to settle? Why are black women always told to settle? Nobody else is told to settle. The environment tells you that. Ooh, Mr. Z. Well, damn. The environment tells you that. Y'all got the unmitigated gall to start. Wait a minute. Y'all talk crap like Medium Man said. And yes, I recall. Y'all talk crap about Mary J. Blige. Y'all talk crap about Gabby Sidibe. Y'all talk crap about all these women, whether they end up with a black man or a white man, but definitely if they end up with a black man that earn less than them. Jill Scott, right? But the numbers are what the numbers are. Even if they date out, the math ain't gonna math. You're a multi-millionaire. What you thought was gonna Serena? Y'all hoping and praying Serena stay with Alexis Ohanian. Of course the math don't math. These are millionaire women and you want them to only end up with millionaire men? What's the median income in this country? 30-something thousand? 40? Let's say it's 40. Let's say even if it was 40. Let's say even if it was 50. These are millionaires, multi-millionaires. Right? And Better You says they're reaching super hard. They're reaching like Mr. Fantastic. I'm talking about the actual Marvel character, not the Mr. Fantastic part of the Black Manosphere. Right? They're reaching like Mr. Fantastic. They sound insane. And then get mad at black men and then go just walk around the world just spreading their poison, their toxic sludge everywhere they go about how horrible black men are. What I got to do the numbers again? 40% of Americans can't afford a $400 emergency. Emergency, excuse me. 60% of Americans can't afford an $1,000 emergency. New home prices, $480,000. New car prices, $48,000. Let's round those up and just let's be honest. $500,000 homes, $50,000 cars, and y'all talking crap about what y'all not gonna settle for. And who's in your class? It's not about the money. It's about part of the. You're not part of my class. Fake ass wannabe white women. Excuse me. Let's do better than that. Fake ass wannabe elite and rich white women. And so, yo, like I said, even if we're not talking about Ebony K. Williams and her 0.2%, we could be talking about one of these ladies that's worth $1 million, $750,000. The numbers, the math still don't look good for them. Okay, it's not 0.2%, it's 4%. Okay, it's not 0.2%, it's 3.5%, it's 2.5%. This is the real. It is about high time we stop letting these people talk without a real rebuttal. A coherent, cogent rebuttal. And yes, it does matter. Because I know a lot of brothers, oh, SBE, yo, it doesn't matter. Yes, it does matter. Because Ebony K. Williams gets to switch the subject from why she's single as an attractive, educated, intelligent, connected, rich woman to black men ain't being ish. That's why it matters. And she gets to do that on the world stage. That, in other words, she gets to defecate on your image on the world stage. That's why it matters. For all of you anti-SBE guys. Right? For all of you anti-SBE guys, that's why it matters. Because it's not about Ebony K. Williams singularly. Her class of black women have been allowed for the past 4 or 5 decades to walk around this country just spewing their toxic sludge about you. Because the failings in their dating lives. And because they're delusional, they forgot they're millionaires. They forgot they're worth a few $100,000. I wasn't joking when I said it. If you are a 40 some odd year old black woman who's financially well off, maybe it's your chance and your turn, right, to end up with a 32-year-old, 33-year-old, 30-year-old attractive brother. And yeah, you're risking y'all getting divorced and him taking half. That's part of the game. Chrissy over here complaining about, yeah, you know, these women are getting divorced from these men, and these men are taking them for alimony. Yeah. Oh wait, I'm sorry, Mr. Z forgot. Equality was only supposed to work in the favor of women all the time. Y'all wasn't supposed to take no L's ever. Right? It's always supposed to be hypergamy. No, you don't. Nope, nope, nope. That's not the world you live in. Right? And better use this for the slow folks in the class. What's SB? Shame, blame, and explain. Right? And there's some brothers, that's also part of the Black Manosphere, or once were part of the Black Manosphere, and they have an issue with brothers like me. They feel like brothers like me are shaming, blaming, and explaining to these women, where we either just need to leave them alone, be passport bros, or just you know alpha your way through it, become a millionaire, and then come back and buy whatever woman you want, whatever their solutions are. But they look at brothers like me as soft, because they feel like we're having conversations with these women and there's no talk. These women already know what it is, and all me brothers like me are doing are wasting our breath. And I'm okay with that. Talk about shame, blame, and explain. You can't shame me, right? They see us as weak. They think, oh yeah, y'all still trying to get these women. I mean, yeah, Mr. Z wants to be with a black woman. Mr. Z is with a black woman, but Mr. Z wants to be with a black woman, right? So that's why these things matter, right? Huh. So shout out to Media Man. Great job as usual, brother. Coming with the numbers as usual, right? But hey, now that we know what it is, 0.2%. 0.2%, y'all. Jesus. Ebony K was just throwing a fit because of 0.2% of men are, and the way, once again, Media Man broke it down. Y'all check out the link, it's in the description. And he went through, okay, half of these men are married. Let's take them off. Let's adjust for this, right? Let's see how much you're worth. Okay, let's do this. And he just divide and subtract, because that's all it is, right? Because what these women think is, I'm with this man, and it speaks to my level. What they don't really realize is all you did was divide and subtract yourself right out of a relationship. Right? And y'all talk amongst yourselves. Y'all give Mr. Z 1 second. Y'all talk amongst yourselves. Funny, Betty, I'm actually not getting anything to eat. Hysterical. No, this is not about food. Hysterical. I'm sorry about that, y'all. I have to help somebody out real quick. All right. So, yeah. Um, 0.2. I mean, like, I mean, like, the jokes write themselves. When I said that, about a month ago, a couple weeks ago, like, yeah, the jokes write themselves. I wasn't joking about the jokes writing themselves. They write themselves. Like that's the beauty of the internet. See, before Medium Man would have to go to the library and go try to search some things up or find a researcher and all that other stuff. No, these things are like at our fingertips, right? These people still talking crazy. By the way, that ain't gonna change nothing, right? Now that we know the data, that we know the numbers, oh, that's changing nothing, nothing, right? These people will continue to be delusional. That's not the problem. Their delusion in a vacuum is not the problem. It's of none of our concern. Their delusion with the anger and the depression and the ability to speak to people of influence and note, that's the problem. The ability to write a bigger long character into a movie because they mad about their dating lives, that's the problem. That's the problem, right? And y'all give me a second. All right, Mr. Z's back, and I could be back for a little bit. But I know Art is streaming, so I'm not gonna step on his toes too much. We'll give this a few more minutes. So I ain't gonna badger this too much in the ground. But yeah. So this is a great topic. This is good. The data is good. The fact that we know, right? And I once again, I like to emphasize this. This is not about Ebony K. Williams in a vacuum. This is about her particular class of black women and their dating lives and their intimacy, and then them being angry and incensed that they might have educated themselves out, financed themselves out of a particular, situation that they want to find themselves in, that they wish to find themselves in. And the anger that comes from that and the resentment that comes from that that's directed to black men. They direct their anger and their rage and their vitriol towards black men. Now they couch it in a different way, right? That's what you saw with Ebony K. Williams doing on The Breakfast Club. She couched it in a particular way. But really, what she's saying, I hate that I'm being regulated to these bum ass dudes, these men that are not on my level. Well, Miss Ebony K. Okay, fine. You know what? Everything Miss Ebony K. Williams just said is right. We will accept everything she's saying. The problem is you want just the 0.2%. Oh yeah, she's aged out too. But I don't even have to make that argument. The reason why I don't make, and let's read, and Lion says, no, Z, they aged themselves out. No, we don't even have to make that argument, right? I can make the argument without sounding air quotes like a sexist, right? Or misogynist. We can make the argument still, right? Before they try to Don Lemon me. We can make the argument still. The argument is that you want a particular lifestyle and you might have screwed yourself out of that. And y'all give me a second, y'all talking amongst yourselves. I'm sorry about that, everyone. That was an emergency call. That was not planned. My apologies. It happens. It happens. Um, and so at the end of the day, okay, now I'm getting background noise. There we go. Okay, that was me listening to me, apparently. Okay, yeah, that was not supposed to happen. All right. Technical difficulties. The the user is horrible. That part. Yeah, so at the end of the day, why this matters is because the Ebony K. Williams of the world are allowed to walk around the planet spreading their filth and their vitriol about black men because their dating life sucks. And their dating life sucks because they're delusional. What I was saying to Lion was we don't even have to make the age out argument. We can, right? But we don't even have to make that argument. We could simply say, you earn too much. You're looking for a particular lifestyle and the numbers just don't math for you. It's that simple. We don't even have to talk about our preference and what men like and what men are interested in. We don't even have to go there. These women don't care what men are interested in. They're, especially if it goes against what they are already. We don't have to make that argument. Screw it. Let's go with what they're talking about. Fine. You're looking for a particular lifestyle, and you have you're worth $3 million. That leaves you with 0.2% of men when we factor in the men that are already married, when we factor in men's whatever men have, whatever wealth you have and above. Fine, 0.2%, work with it, right? Now I don't fault you or take away from anything you're saying with the they've aged out also, because obviously men care about that. There's no point in human history that shows that men did not care about that, right? But I don't even have to make that argument. The argument could simply be, right, you've accomplished so much. We can even switch it and make it sound positive. You've accomplished so much. Men are not on your level. So many men are not on your level. Here's the number: 0.2%. If you watched her interview on horrible decisions, right? If you watch her interview, the way she was speaking about, you have these men and they have their four-door Audis and they have a house in Greenwich and they think they're all this, right? That's why this matters. We have to get back to the message of why this matters. It matters because the Ebony K. Williams of the world are who they are. This society elevates them. This society takes them way too seriously. And this society actually pretends, I want to emphasize that, pretends like they believe them, that their issue is that black men are not on their level. No, they're delusional. And they're not signing up for whatever new social, whatever this is. I don't even want to call it a new social contract. It's not. The problem is whoever the social designers, the technocrats, whoever they are, whatever y'all were trying to do, it failed. The women ain't signing up. This is exactly what BGS was telling FD Signifier on Bernard Riley's show, right? It failed. It failed. And FD Signifier didn't have anything to say about that. And you could just leave FD to speak to BGS. He won't never have nothing. None of them got anything to say about that. Your daughters ain't signing up for it. Forget your sons. You already have. Your daughters ain't signing up for it. Exhibit A, Kim Foster. Exhibit B, Ebony K. Williams. Exhibit C, Chrissy. Exhibit D, Yanni. Your daughters ain't signing up for it. And that's the black ones. We ain't even going to talk about the white ones. Right? They're not signing up for it. They said, thank you for the money. Thank you for the status. I want a man with more. Well, there you go. Yeah, but you're a millionaire. I don't care. Right? And by the way, Mr. Z is from Dade County, Miami-Dade County. And Medium Man is 100% right. Young Miami ain't going nowhere. She'll throw her little fit. She'll be mad. Diddy is going to have to kick her out. He's going to have to call security. Right? Because yeah, she got her own money, and yeah, she's famous in her own right. And yeah, she's rich. Right? Yeah, all of that. And in modern times, let's say her and what's her face fall off with the music, and she can always do some reality stuff. She'll always be alright. She's gonna be alright. It don't matter. Diddy has exposed her to a level of wealth she's not trying to go back. She's not even trying to go back to her level of wealth. And that's what it is. If you want to know what they're trying to live, they're trying to live like Young Miami. Maybe less hood, air quotes hood, with a little bit more air quotes class. Shout out to Kim Foster, right? But that, as a Medium Man, that was actually a really good example. Now that I'm really thinking about it, that's a great example. That's exactly what they're trying to live. Train tracks, train tracks, train tracks. Y'all like, share, subscribe, hit the super chat. That's what it is. Rich women trying to live even a more rich life. Or better yet, rich women trying to live a wealthy life. Wealthy women trying to live like God. Jesus Christ. Right? That's the real. So yeah, the numbers don't work in their favor. And I'm not telling y'all to care. By the way, Mr. This is not an appeal for brothers to care about these delusional black women. That is not what Mr. Z is doing here. Just in case anybody has it misconstrued, that's not what Mr. Z is doing here. What I'm saying, the reason why you should care about the message is because the message gets convoluted. They don't speak in honesty. I'm mad that my sex life isn't going the way I want it to go. I'm mad that my love life isn't going the way I want it to go. I'm mad that the men I feel I'm deserving of aren't interested in me and haven't wifed me yet. I didn't get this wealthy. I didn't get this rich. I didn't work this hard. I didn't climb this ladder. I didn't kiss butt just so that I can end up marrying a man or ending up with a man who I feel is beneath me because he doesn't earn as much as me. They're not being honest. We're being honest over here. The issue with those women is that they don't want to sign up for whatever y'all created over there. All you feminists and you technocrats and whatever the hell, whatever y'all created over there over the past 50 or so years, yeah, the women said no. We're not talking about your sons. We're not talking about the men. We're saying the women said no. Right? That's what we're talking about. That's the issue we're dealing with. So until we have a honest conversation about how the hell this is supposed to work, because the math don't math, and the math hasn't been mathing for a while. And it was, it's some of you. How is Mr. Z saying this? You don't fault people all the time for what they don't know. Not all the time. And it was how is Mr. Z saying this? When I was on the breakdown and I was speaking to the ladies, and I said pretty much what I said here tonight, and what I said on Yanni's when I made the stream about Yanni recently. The reaction was telling, right? And for me, it was simple. And that's not to insult the women. I'm not, calling them slow or dumb. But for me, it was simple. It was like, but you wanted equality. What you thought came with it? Like, wait, what? How do you want equality, but then want the men to still magically always be ahead of you financially? How does that actually work? Right? And then, as Chrissy said, y'all a bunch of bitches, right? Like y'all trying to compete against the women. But wait a minute, what did you think was gonna happen with an egalitarian system, with a system that's trying to be as equal as humanly possible and give the women equal opportunity and access to wealth without men's leadership, without having a husband, without being in a nuclear family, without your dad's help? How did you think this was gonna work? This is why Mr. Z calls them delusional. Wait, so you were supposed to compete against the men for the jobs and the sluts in college and university, potentially beat them, and then magically they're supposed to still earn more money than you all the time, every single time? You're supposed to compete against the men for the positions in school and college, but then somehow you still get it, but then he still gets it by virtue of him being a man so that he can earn more than you in the next 5, 10 years when you're looking to be married? Like, wait. How is this supposed to work? And what you're seeing with the Ebony K. Williams is it doesn't work. Right? It doesn't work. That's what you see with Ebony K. Williams. That's what you see with other women like her. It doesn't work. Right? And that's why the 0.2% matters. Because when they've subtracted and divided themselves right into working with 0.8% chance, 0.2% chance, 2% chance, 3% chance, 3.5% chance, 2.5% chance, when they've subtracted and divided men right out the equation, so now they only got 2% of men to look, and shift through, and excuse me, sift through. Now they're throwing tantrums. Now they're talking about men not being on their level. Then what was the point of you getting the education then? What was the point of you making the money then? Oh, I forgot. It's supposed to be your passport into a certain class of man that earns even more than you. That's even wealthier than you. That's even more connected than you. What? And so now you walk around the world with the ultimate RBF face, right? The RBF. For those of you that know what I'm referencing, put it in the comments. Now you walk around the world with the RBF because your intimate life isn't turning out the way you want it to be. Because you didn't investigate what you were actually signing up for. Your beliefs, your ideology that's turning around and biting you in the butt. Right? And that's exactly what it is, Lion. That's exactly what it is. Solipsism to the nth degree. Solipsism to the nth degree. I gave everyone the example of, once again, when I was looking for the 300ZX. I knew what the numbers were. I knew what my chances were. These women think they can go around the world, not be. This is the thing. If you desperate, you better act like you desperate. Right? Yeah, you bet. Yes, ladies, you better be chasing after men. Oh yeah, Mr. Z said it. God damn, Mr. Z, you just said that. I said it. Especially if you're looking for a lifestyle. Exhibit A, Young Miami. Y'all, let me get this right. You think you could be mean and rude and an asshole and then still magically somehow end up with the baller dude and act nonchalant like you could do that 2 and 3 and 4 times over. Don't even treat him like, okay, I got the golden ticket. Let me get this right. You think you can act nonchalant about getting a golden ticket, actually get the golden ticket, treat the golden ticket like, oh, I could get another you. And then if you lose the golden ticket, come back out here still mean, rude. 10 years later, mean, rude still, and then get another one? What? Wait, you think you get a chance at the 0.2%, what? 2 times, 3 times, 4 times maybe? Right? So when Mr. Z said that might have been her last time on that train, let's see. We never know, the universe, God, whatever you believe in. It's possible she get a Hail Mary pass. I doubt it, but it's possible. I'm not gonna call it. I don't know what the universe has for her. Probable? No. Possible? Eh. But shout out to all of you women that you get a chance with the top 5% of men, 4% of men, or you marry a man and then he climb his way into the top 5%, into the top 3%, 2%, 0.2%, and you think you get more than one chance with that. I'm sorry, not true. Better you see what I'm saying? Better you said it perfectly. Mount Olympus is closed. Not accepting applications today, right? Y'all be thinking y'all get. Wait a minute. Wait a minute. You're dealing with the top 0.5%, 0.2%, 0.1%, 0.4%, and you think you get more than one go at that. Ladies, let me tell y'all something. This is gonna hurt. Once you start getting to the top third, maybe the top 20, depending on how you look. Let's be honest. Depending how old you are, depending on how you look, depending if you have children or not. Luck also matters. The region of the country you matters. But definitely by the time you get in the top 20, you might not get a chance again in the top 20. Oh yeah, Mr. Z said it. You lose out on the top 20, you divorce top 20, you allowed top 20 and you to break up, you may not get a chance again. It don't even got to be the top 0.2% or the top 10%. No, the top 20. If you, depending on where you live, it might even be the top third. You don't get a chance at that again. I don't know what era we live. And Mr. Z's a millennial, mid 30s. I don't know. Y'all couldn't have. I was watching the same television shows everyone else was watching. I was listening to the same music everyone else was listening to. I don't know where y'all got it in y'all head where you could just keep on messing up. Right? Where you could keep on messing up. And Wolf said top 20% is 50K and up, right? Yeah, I think for the black community, right? For the black community, I think top 20% is about 50K ish and up. But overall America, I think it's like around like 70, 75,000, give or take. But I'm saying for overall America, because these black women, they once again, these are not our mothers or our grandmothers. Even our mothers may not have been as loyal as they seemed. But I say this for black women because I know so many of them in the back of their mind they always think there's an out to like Whiteistan or something, right? Whitelandia or something like that. They always think there's some out with some Latino dude or white dude. So I'm saying 75, 70, 75,000. You missed that opportunity. You might not. That's it. Not even you might. You most likely won't be getting in there. That's why it's the top 20. What you think you're gonna get? Let me get this right. You think you get a chance at the top 20%? What? Twice, 3, 4 times? Nah. Nope. Let alone the top 10%. And then once you get under it, once you start getting to the top 7%, 5%, definitely by the time you get to where Ebony K. Williams is, the top 0.2, yeah, you don't continue to get chances at that. Y'all realize you're talking about winning the lottery more than once. And y'all like, share, subscribe, hit the super chat. You're speaking about winning the lottery more than one time. And I don't think they think about it that way because they're so arrogant. They don't think about it that way, but men think about it that way. If somehow magically, Beyonce, she said, you know what, screw it. Jay-Z not around, she gave you some vagina. You know you won the lottery. You're not looking for her to do that again. It'll be great, but you know that's it. That was a one and done. I'm not gonna get that opportunity again. Name the chick, Rihanna, Kelly Rowland, whoever you find attractive. That's in a relation, maybe not even in a relationship. Just famous and rich and has access to multimillionaires. You get that chance, most like this is it. Men know that. But these class of women, the Ebony K's, the Kim Fosters, think they can hit that lottery 2, 3, 4, 5 times. Or they think because they got it the first time, they're gonna get it again. No. Right? You're a black woman, born and raised in America, and you don't get it? And yes, I understand we're speaking about black women and their existence is a little bit different than black men's, which seems to be more and more every day, a whole lot different than black men's. I get it. But there is an extreme level of delusion here. And that's all it is, Better You. And Better You says it's easy to fumble that type of opportunity when you view mates as an accessory. And that's all. And that's all. When black women, women in general, but black women are literally trying to live Beyonce to the left, irreplaceable, right? When they really think their life is Beyonce irreplaceable, well, you get what you get, Miss Ebony K. Williams. You should have quarantined with the white dude. You should have dealt with his rude ass, entitled ass children and quarantined with the white dude. But now you out here and you throwing a fit because you feel like you're being regulated to black men. As I said on the breakdown, we don't want you, lady. Blue collar brothers don't even want you, right? You already think you're better than us? Yeah, you could stay over there, right? It's not, Mr. Z has been phrasing this wrong for Ebony K. Williams in particular, phrasing this wrong. It's really not like apparently, it's not that she didn't get overtly kicked off of Mount Olympus. He might have nudged her a little bit, but she had the opportunity to kind of try to hold on, and she didn't. That's arrogance right there. You walked off of Mount Olympus. You may not have even gotten kicked off. You walked off of Mount Olympus and then think you get a chance to come back. Nah, bro. I am Wolf, bro. I didn't see the video. Like she's trying to come to peace with it. Yeah. And I'm Wolf says, I used to think some of these female content creators were just acting for the money slash views, but some of them seem truly bitter in real life. Yanni keep talking about getting old like she already 50. Of course, bro. Of course. She don't got no man and no kids. She doesn't have any man and any kids, bro. That means whatever wealth Yanni amassed, that's it. All Yanni has, I mean, she might be going on dates, cool, right? I'm not even going to take that away from her. But as of right now, that's it. What is there to look forward to? Another vacation? What, some exclusive restaurant? An expensive luxury car? Mr. Z's in the cars? Okay, cool. But you don't have any, that's it. And as of right now, Yanni's not big enough to leave like a big mark on the world. She's not Oprah. She ain't gonna buy no school in, some all girl. Well, build an all girl school in Africa somewhere. So that's it. Of course she feels old, right? You throwing a fit, you mad at the world because of supposedly however men treated you when you were heavier set. Okay, all right. Of course she sounds the way she does. She's probably another one looking for the 0.1%, 0.2%, 0.5%, 1%. Okay. What we're essentially saying here is that you have to deal with the consequences of the math not working in your favor. If you have divided and subtracted yourself right into just about only 5% of men that you're interested in dating, then you have to deal with the consequences of that. Stop punching down to men like me. Stop insulting men like me because you have subtracted and divided men right to 5%, 2%, 3%, 1%, half a percent. That's not on me. That's on you. That's not on me. That's not on other black men like me. That's on you. When Medium Man could play Chrissy over and over again talking about black women settling, I hate to see us settle. You're talking about millionaire women, Chrissy. Once again, 56, let's say what let's say it wasn't even 56. I'm not gonna double it for the sake of this conversation. Let's say it was even 60. 60 million millionaires on the planet out of 8 billion people, Chrissy. We didn't even factor in race and how many of these dudes are not messing with no black woman. We didn't even factor in, whether they're seen as attractive by non-black men. We didn't factor in any of that yet. Just virtue of the fact that there's less than 60 million millionaires on the planet out of 8 billion people. Right? Then when you factor in everything else, and then you talk about these people dating down or marrying down, what are you talking about? And for those of you that didn't catch the intro, 0.2%, 425,000 out of 332, give it is 331.9, 332 million people in America. Ebony K. Williams and other black women like her that are looking for 0.2% of men, pretty much out of women, remember 332 million people, they have 425,000 men to choose from. Yeah. And when it doesn't work out, then they're throwing a fit. You're the one who did, once again subtracted and divided men to that. That's on you. And we're not even factoring whether you find this man attractive, whether he finds you attractive, whether you're the region of the country, once again, all these other factors. Well, and on that note, everybody, it's about to be an hour and 20 minutes. Let's end it out. Y'all like, share, subscribe, hit the super chat. Yeah, this is the real. That's just it. This is the real. Right. And it's good, brothers. Y'all just keep on hitting them upside the head with the numbers because it does matter. I know a lot of brothers, once again, the SBE crowd, the anti-SBE crowd, and I'm not doing this, and I get it. I get it, brothers. I get it. I get it. But now that we have a microphone, you can't keep on allowing these women because they're bitter and angry to continue to write bigger, long characters into movies, bro. Right? We can't allow that. Them to keep on writing the the abusive husband arc into movies. What was it? Not A Family I Praise. What's A Family I Praise? Family Reunion. Family Reunion. One of those. Another one of those. What's his face? Movies. Tyler Perry movies. We can't have them continue to write the abusive husband trope. Abusive husband trope. The rich abusive man or the poor man that has all the personality and swag, but yet he's poor and he's a like no. That's why Mr. Z does the whole SBE thing. So that we could connect the dots. Because her sex life is trash, her dating life is trash, she's mad about that. Not to mention the way y'all are socializing these black women in these schools, indoctrinating them, right? So when they get into writing studios or when they get onto news segments or whatever, they start spewing their nonsense about black men. Of course they do, right? Of course they do. So that's why Mr. Z SBEs. Because if we have the microphone, we might as well use it and use it effectively. And call a thing a thing. Let's bring the focus right back to the reason why professional managerial class, petite bourgeoisie, elite black women are single all across the country. The ones that want to be married. Once again, we're going to focus on the ones that claim they want to be married and have children. Their actions don't show that, though. They're throwing a fit because they feel like so many men are not on their level. For us, black men are not on their level. We definitely need to connect the dots. Okay, look, she's only looking for 0.2% of men. It's not working. That's why she sounds the way she does. It's nothing about this community uplift. Nope, stop it. You're defecating on black men because you're throwing a temper tantrum because you're trying to only end up with 0.2% and the math ain't working for you. And KW Don says, and thank you for the super chat, brother. KW Don says, it's a wrap for most of the black, oh, coming when I'm sorry. It's a wrap for most of the black misandrous social media influencers and their followers. They're going to have to say, stay single or go to same gender. Yeah, definitely. Right. Definitely. Actually, let's leave the comment highlighted for a little bit. Yeah. No, definitely. Yes, brother. Yes. Definitely. Right. And that's the beauty of social media. That's the beauty of the internet. Right. Even Karen Hunter covered this story, y'all. Even Karen Hunter covered this story. And her co-host for the segment was like, well, she sounded elitist, but she didn't, but did that. Bro, everybody's let me take that back. Not everyone, because there are a significant chunk of women that think just like Ebony K. Williams. But so many people saw what this was. Even other black women. Because they know we're black. We know an insult when we hear one. You could do it a whole, but no, I'm talking about uplifting the black community. I'm talking about these men not being on it. Everybody know y'all being too loud. Mr. Z Ben put out the video. That was a year ago. I put that y'all being too loud, right? How long ago I put out the video? Y'all just being way too loud. It's screwing y'all over. As Media Man said, like y'all being so loud, y'all can't even backtrack, right? And the vitriol, not just loud, the vitriol, right? The anger, y'all saw the smug on her face. The vitriol, the anger, that's the issue. Well, deal with the consequences, right? So the beauty of social media, and go to what KW Don is saying, the beauty of social media is that we get to respond back. We get to respond back. And you get to do what all you black elites do, both men and women, and tell us, shut up, you don't care what we're talking about. Right? Once again, black people whose job it is to go after white supremacist society, always coming back telling black people what we're lacking. Once again, always. Right? They can't help it. Big Kev said, Mr. Z, tell him to just go date white men. Yeah, especially for the MBK Williams. Yeah, bruh. I'm gonna check out that Chrissy video, and I'm probably gonna respond to that tomorrow morning because she sits some mess. You know it. What we can't talk black and sleep white. Did you hear? Did you hear Ebony K. Williams? She wasn't doing no fake. She wasn't doing no uplift. That was straight contempt, couched as uplift. Don't get mad because you regulated to the Negroes because you walked off of Mount Olympus, right? Oh yeah. And yeah, no, I remember watching a clip about this, and K Dot says Vlad TV's wife is black, and she told Vlad if he interviews KS again, she'll leave him. Yeah, not surprised at all. Not surprised that. Yeah, and I saw the clip. I saw the clip originally, right? Yeah, I saw it. Oh well, the math to take care of all of that, right? Not necessarily for Vlad's wife, but the math to take care of all of this, right? So on that note, we'll end it out here. Love, peace, and chicken grease, right? Um, yeah, y'all. Look, the gift that keeps on giving. Once again, this was not really about Ebony K. Williams. We just used her as an avatar to have a larger conversation about women of her particular class, the petite bourgeoisie class of black people, black women, and their contempt for the men they think are beneath them, because what they really want is the 0.2% of men that are once again mainly white in America. Obviously, I don't know why I didn't bring that up earlier. Um, and yeah, so deal with the consequences of you dividing and subtracting men to the point where you have 0.2% of men to work with. Yeah. So yeah, you know, and take your vitriol with you on the way out, right? Take your anger and your resentment with you on the way out, right? It's that simple. The math ain't working for you. That's not black men's concern, right? Oh well. And on that note, we'll end it right here. Love, peace, and chicken grease. I'll pause right here. Y'all have a great rest of your night. Go check out other Black Manosphere content. For the love of God, go check out other non-Manosphere content, right? So you could drop the data like we do over here. And so you can understand also what's going on in the world, and so you don't sound like these artards, these delusional artards. Yeah, Mr. Z uses words like artard. Um, and on that note, y'all have a great rest of your night. All right, everybody. Mr. Z out.